Hello, welcome to Two Peas in a Podcast. I'm Razultor, but you can call me Raz for short.
And I'm Sara Fantastic.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Harry Potter.
Which is something we haven't talked about before.
That's correct. So we're going to be mainly focusing on our own experiences with Harry Potter and not necessarily on like the movies or talking about characterization and stuff like we have with some other fandoms. So we're first going to kind of talk about our houses, which ones we're in. We're going to talk about our experiences with Pottermore, which is the real side of Harry Potter. I'm just kidding. It's not like one real way to experience Harry Potter. We're going to talk about the new Pottermore and our experiences with that. And then Sara has not taken her sorting quiz on the new Pottermore.
I'm very afraid to take it. I'm afraid it's going to tell me I'm something different and my whole life will be a lie.
That's what I was very afraid of that also. Yeah, so that'll be our final thing where she's going to take her quiz, and then we're both going to take our wand things to see what our wand is. Yeah.
Sounds good.
So fun. So, as usual, we always do Fancy Sock Fridays, and I'm actually wearing the same socks as I wore on a previous episode. I'm already repeating myself.
You're a failure.
I promise I have more socks than the ones that I've worn on like 4 episodes that we have so far. But mine are the same, like, weird gray, purple, orange, and white ones that have a really strange pattern going around.
It's like
but
weird
they're really
arrows,
fancy.
like fake chevron.
Arrows and lines and stuff.
Well, I was feeling a bit nostalgic for Christmas, so I am wearing some green socks that have polka dots and snowflakes on them. But they're not ankle socks. They come up on your calves, and they have reindeer on them.
Well, nostalgic for Christmas in February.
I miss Christmas.
It's official.
I love it when people give me presents.
Oh, goodness. Did you want to introduce our next segment?
Yes.
Since I have to do something special.
Well, no, because Raz is going to have to tell 2 stories today. Because last week I got excited and talked for a really long time, and we just sort of moved on without letting Raz tell his story.
It's great. I don't even remember if I had a story last week, but it was really funny. I just really loved the story last week, and so I think I was also distracted and was like, this is such a good story, why would I ever tell mine? This pixie dust is broken! It's just one of the best lines I've ever heard. So anyways, my first story is really great. Sara and I are both graduating in May, and so we're getting our Bachelor of Arts in English. And so I found out today that Sara and I are getting bays in May.
We're literally getting a bay in May. And that, dear listeners, is the pun of the day.
So that's our first story. Our second story, Sara and I both went to a birthday party for one of our friends, and there was a younger girl there who was probably like 9 or 10, I think.
Yeah, friend of the family.
Yeah, she's a friend of the family, and she said something hilarious. So we had been over to her house before because our friend house sits for them. And so she was telling us about their dog and was like, oh, he's like this really big white dog, and he's super nice, but he's loud and scary to some people at first. And we were both like, yeah, we know, we've been to your house before. And so this girl, we'll call her Abby, she like freaked out. She was like, did you guys break into my house? And we just had to say, no, your friend was house sitting. I said, and then we said, we only break into your house when our friend is house sitting.
We only break in when we know you're not there. She was very traumatized.
It was great.
Alright, so I'm going to tell my story of the week, which actually has to do a lot with our topic. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the mall with some of my sisters and some friends, and I walked past, I think it was Hot Topic, it could have been something else. I walked past a store, and they had a giant sign which said all of our Harry Potter merchandise is on sale like 50% off or something ridiculous. So I saw some yoga pants, and I was like, I could shell out $10 for some of my house yoga pants, and you know, I gotta represent the Hufflepuffs as the best group. And so I walk in, and I pick up the first pair, and it's got red words. I was like, okay, it's Gryffindor. The next pants had Ravenclaw and blue. The third pair had Slytherin and green, so I picked up the pair that had yellow writing on them. And it started with an H. And then when I unfolded them, it said Hogwarts, not Hufflepuff. And I was so angry, I asked to talk to the representative or like the manager, and I asked if they had any Hufflepuff merchandise. And the manager told me that they didn't stock Hufflepuff merchandise because nobody bought it because it was the lame house. So I've just decided never to shop anywhere ever again except online where I can buy Hufflepuff merchandise.
The thing that I am sad about Hufflepuff, which I'm jealous of, is that you guys have a badger as your house sigil.
It's the best.
Great.
Badgers are great.
Yeah.
I also have a cat who is intent on like laying on my lap and like pushing my laptop off. So if you hear any weird noises, it's because the cat is trying to dethrone my laptop.
Oh, he's great. So, obviously, Sarah's in Hufflepuff, and she's a huge, great finder, and she's really loyal.
I don't find that surprising at all.
So my house is Gryffindor, and so Raz is obviously very brave and courageous.
Didn't in the D&D episode you talked about how you set villagers on fire and stuff?
That was by accident. I know that sounds like a Slytherin, and that's one of my characters, not me. You don't need to confuse the two. That was the original Raz. But that's not the me Raz.
Okay. Sorry, I sometimes cross streams.
Oh, that's funny. I like to tell people, or at least I told Sarah this, and so now I need to tell all people this. I'm more of the Neville Longbottom Gryffindor rather than the Harry Potter Gryffindor. Mm-hmm.
As a Hufflepuff, I feel like Hufflepuffs are severely underappreciated. Sometimes people say that we're the lame group or no one really cares, but I would like to point out that Nymphadora Tonks was a Hufflepuff, and she is the most awesome character in Harry Potter. Like, it's official. Everyone's just agreed. Nymphadora Tonks is the best. Also, the author of the series is a Hufflepuff, and so we wouldn't have Harry Potter without Hufflepuffs. And I learned today that according to Marvel's comic book, what's the word I'm looking for?
That Deadpool is a Hufflepuff?
No, you ruined the surprise!
Oh, sorry.
I meant that, like, according to official Marvel Comics, Deadpool is a Hufflepuff. So, for all you guys who went and saw the Deadpool movie, just know that that character is also a Hufflepuff.
So what you're saying, Sarah, is if they don't appreciate you, you'll huff and you'll puff and you'll blow their house down.
If we were in a studio, I'd walk out and slam the door. But we're in my house, so...
and we don't even have the capability to add the sound effects in later.
That's amazing.
Great. That's just a little bit of us in our cheap settings. It's great. So, our experiences with the original Pottermore. So, for those of you who don't know, there's a website called Pottermore.com. And it's basically where you go for all things Harry Potter. And so it's what's done officially by, like, endorsed by J.K. Rowling. Mm-hmm. And it has a lot of kind of her writing and other things on there. And so originally, you couldn't really say which house you were from unless you had taken the Pottermore quiz to find out which one you were from. But somewhat recently, not super recently, Pottermore was completely changed and revamped. And so for a while, they didn't have the sorting ceremony. And so no one could figure out what house they were if they hadn't already taken the ceremony. And so we're going to talk about some of our experiences with dealing with the old Pottermore.
So basically, the old Pottermore was storybook. Like, there were pages that you would read through, and then you could do, like, actual activities. And all your points that you earned went towards the House Cup competition. And you could earn points by doing different things. One of the primary, quickest ways usually was potions. And when I didn't join Pottermore until I was in college, because that's whenever you join websites to play games and procrastinate. And so I tried making potions on my laptop with just the trackpad, not using a mouse. and it was very tricky, and I think I spent probably like 3 or 4 hours trying to make one 1-hour potion before finally giving up and writing a paper that was due the next day. So I didn't spend a lot of time on Podmore after that just because it was more frustrating, but I did go on every once in a while and check and make sure that Hufflepuff was in the lead and cheer on my fellow Hufflepuffers.
And you were originally Hufflepuff certified by Pottermore.
I was.
So
We'll see what happens.
I also was Gryffindor certified, and I think my experiences were with potions as well. I think I tried to do an 8-hour potion, and I didn't realize you had to come back exactly like in 8 hours. And if you didn't come back at the exact time, your potion would like brew too long, and it would go bad. And so I was like, oh, I'll check it whenever I think it's done. And it was just not working. And so I wasn't a very good house member. I didn't give my house very many points from Pottermore.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a really interesting site and something that I enjoyed messing around with.
I'm fighting with my cat right now.
He's like, I want all of your lap space. Your laptop can't fit here. That's great. So I went ahead and took the new Pottermore quiz because I found out that it was the sorting ceremony was finally out, and I'm officially new Pottermore Gryffindor certified as well. So I am really a Gryffindor. I was so afraid that I was gonna get a different house and have my entire world be messed up and be like, oh, I'm not really a Gryffindor.
You think that it's not a big deal until you're about to take the quiz.
I know.
I actually took a quiz. Someone took all the questions and the algorithms from the Pottermore site and uploaded it, I think, to BuzzFeed, because on the Pottermore site it gives you like 7 random questions that you answer, that they just rotate through, and so all of them were transferred to BuzzFeed, and so I took that one and I got Hufflepuff, but I don't know how the random will affect my...
Yeah, I think the weirdest one that I had from the old Pottermore site was one about boxes. And so there were 4 different boxes and it had to choose one.
And which one did you choose? And like, you would think there are some quizzes that you take that things like correspond really easily. And you're like, whoa, well, obviously the green and silver box is Slytherin. But the 4 boxes weren't anything like that at all. Like, they were just different sizes, different metals or materials. And, like, you couldn't really match them.
Yeah. It was
like,
really
they were just completely random. And
all right. Are you ready to take some quizzes live on the podcast?
Oh, my gosh. I am not ready. I'm actually going to go first, and I'm going to do my sorting ceremony.
Yep. Sarah is going to find out whether she's a real Hufflepuff or not right now.
Oh, my gosh.
She should probably read the questions before you answer them.
All right. Forest or river?
Oh, that was a tough one for me.
I don't know.
I think mine was a different question.
I'm going to go with forest.
Okay.
Because mermaids scare me. Would you rather be envied, feared, liked, praised, trusted, imitated? I really would just rather be liked. Like, you don't have to praise me. Just like me. Everybody like me. Oh my gosh. 4 goblets are placed before you. Which would you choose to drink?
What?
Number 1. The foaming, frothy, silvery liquid that sparkles as though containing ground diamonds. Maybe. The mysterious black liquid that gleams like ink, gives off fumes that make you see strange visions. Nope. The golden liquid so bright that it hurts the eye, and which makes sunspots dance all around the room. Oh, that's really pretty. The smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives off a delicious smell of chocolate and plums. Oh, chocolate, diamonds, or sunshine?
Or the black one.
No. I don't want to see visions.
Don't even pretend.
See, like, I really like the diamond ones, but, like, the silver in it kind of reminds me of unicorn's blood, and I don't want to drink that, so I'm not going to do that one. So it's either chocolate or sunspots. I'm going to go with chocolate. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? A tabby cat? I realize that I've been clicking the back button instead of the forward button, so I'm going to do the forward one. Siamese cat, ginger cat. Okay, well, we know what one I'm going to pick. black cat, white cat, tawny owl, screech owl, brown owl, snowy owl, barn owl, common toad, natterjack toad, dragon toad, harlequin toad, three-toed tree toad. Say that three
That's
times
my
fast.
favorite one.
I'm gonna take a ginger cat. Maybe I can even take Oliver.
Not a tabby cat?
He's ginger. I mean, he is tabby too, but he's ginger.
Okay.
A muggle confronts you and says that they are sure you are a witch or a wizard. Do you ask them what makes them think so? No. Agree and ask whether they'd like a free sample of a jinx? No. Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. That sounds like something I would do. Tell them you are worried about their mental health and offer to call a doctor. I don't think it's nice to joke about people's mental health, so I'm gonna agree and just walk away. I'm very non-confrontational.
That's what I chose too.
How would you like to be known in history? To history. History knows you. Think about that for a moment.
That's creepy.
Alright, how would you like to be known to history? The wise, the good, the great, the bold. I'd want to be good. And not, like, neutral or chaotic or anything. I could be chaotic good. I'd be chaotic good. What are you most looking forward to learning at Hogwarts? Apparition and disapparition. No, you cut yourself in half. Transfiguration. Flying on a broomstick. Hexes and jinx. All about magical creatures and how to befriend and care for them. I could have... Oh, yeah. Secrets about the castle. Every area of magic I can. Ugh, I do want to know everything.
Everything? Magical creatures.
But if I know everything, I'd know about magical creatures.
That's true. That's a tough one.
This is where, like, the part of me that wants to be Hermione comes out, because I'm going to pick every area of magic I can. Heads or tails? Oh, this is dumb. This is arbitrary. There's only 2 options.
Those are the scary ones. I had one that was moon or stars.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with tails. No!
Your world has been destroyed.
I'm going to make a new account.
What'd you get?
So you remember how I said I wouldn't mind being a Ravenpuff?
You're a Ravenclaw?
I'm a Gryffindor. I refuse to believe this, everyone. I am still a Hufflepuff.
So you don't want to be a Gryffindor?
Anyone who has ever met me knows I am a Hufflepuff.
Sarah's definitely a Hufflepuff.
This is a lie.
It's because you chose every area of magic.
That would be Ravenclaw, I feel like.
Yeah, but that they were like, well, we can't put you in Ravenclaw for that.
I'm not going to read more about my house because this isn't my house. I actually told Micah that if I got something other than Hufflepuff, I would just pretend I got Hufflepuff and I would just recite what I remembered from reading Hufflepuff.
To be honest, I saw the gleam from the red on your glasses,
and
I was like,
upset.
she's a Gryffindor.
I'm so upset.
According to the new
After
one.
this, I'm actually going to go cry somewhere.
So
my
now,
name on this is literally Sarah Puff.
it's ruined. Alright, so I'm going to take my wand quiz while Sarah de-stresses from her recent experience.
It's a lie.
Hey, you took the BuzzFeed one and got Hufflepuff and answering all of the questions. So I think you're a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go make a new account right now, guys.
So for the wand quiz, the first question it asks you is to ensure that we find the perfect wand for you, it's important to answer the following questions honestly. First of all, would you describe yourself as average height, short, or tall? I personally identify as tall.
Oh my gosh.
I am 6'5", so I'm very tall in real life. And your eyes. Dark brown, hazel, blue, blue-gray, blue-green, green, gray, other. Mine are definitely blue-gray. My family has very beautiful blue-gray eyes. I'm just kidding. It runs in the family. What was the day on which you were born? An even number, an odd number? I was born on an odd number day. Do you most pride yourself on your kindness, optimism, determination, resilience, imagination, intelligence, originality? I would say that's a tough one. I want to say my imagination, but I also want to say my kindness. Because I'm always kind, Sarah. She smirks as I say this. No. I'm going to say imagination. Traveling alone on a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue left towards the sea, ahead towards the forest, right towards the castle? I'm going to go to the castle, because it's probably Hogwarts. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, small spaces, or heights? I'm always in a constant state of heights, because I'm tall. Fire, I'm definitely afraid of fire, like burning to death. Oh. But I'm more afraid of darkness. Not so much. Not as much darkness anymore. Isolation, though. I think it's isolation. Because that's something I would most fear. Like, if I were ever, like, stuck in a zombie apocalypse and it was just me trying to survive, I think I'd be that person who, like, loses the ability to speak and goes mentally insane. Because I, like, need...
That's fair,
like, there are times when I really need time to myself, but times that I really need to spend around people, too.
Yeah.
In a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? Excuse me. An ornate mirror, a dusty bottle, a golden key, a silver dagger, a bound scroll, a glittering jewel, or a black glove? I think I would choose the... silver dagger, I think. That would be fun. Because then I'd have a weapon. And... so, ebony wood with a phoenix feather core, 13 inches, and surprisingly swishy flexibility. That's excellent. I'm very pleased with that wand. It looks quite nice.
Oh, that is very nice.
Your wand is chosen. Spread the word. I can share this.
I'm really upset. I don't want to take another quiz.
You don't want to take your wand quiz?
Oh, I'm going to take my wand quiz.
Do you have to take the other one first?
What other one?
Do you have to take your house quiz first, or can you take your wand quiz before?
I'm still on the Sarah Puff account.
Oh, okay. So you're going to take your wand quiz now?
Yes. Okay. I describe... Oh, go ahead.
It'll be all the same questions, won't it?
Probably. I'm average height. My eyes... Are they dark brown or just brown? Micah, tell me things.
I would describe them as dark brown, but...
Yes. I was born on an even-numbered day.
Your wand's going to be totally different.
Do I pride myself on my kindness, optimism, determination, resilience, imagination, intelligence, originality?
All I can think of is Undertale and the different things, and it fills you with determination.
Oh, I know. I'm a very proud person because I'm proud of all these things.
I see all of these things in myself.
Except for maybe originality. I have a little bit of that.
I would say from your short story, you definitely have some originality.
I really will say, I'd probably say determination. Even though I'm really proud of my intelligence.
Knowing that one day the mouse will come out of the hole and get the cheese. It fills you with determination.
Oh my gosh.
It's great.
I would go... do I want to go towards the castle? Like you said, it's probably Hogwarts.
Castle, forest, or sea?
It could be haunted.
What calls out to you? You can find your magical beast friends in the forest. Unicorns live in the forest. But then again, so do spiders.
Yeah. So I know I talked about like river versus forest, but I actually think I'm gonna go towards the sea.
What? You think that the mermaids live in the river, not in the sea?
I don't know why the sea just calls to me. The picture was at night. I love the ocean at night.
Watch out for those grindelows.
What do I most fear? Probably isolation, but also darkness. I just really don't like the dark, but I'm gonna go with isolation because I fear that more.
That's why you have a cat. So
I know.
Spend the time in the darkness with you.
All right, what magical artifact would I pick?
It's a tough one. There's a lot of good choices.
The black glove. Oh, beechwood with a unicorn hair core, 12 inches, and unbending flexibility.
Wow.
I like how yours was super flexible and mine is not at all.
Mine is swish and flick.
Because I feel like that's my personality. Like, if I make, like, soft yes plans with people, I just expect them to, like, be written in stone. Like, I'll be like, hey, you want to hang out on this day? And someone's like, maybe. And in my heart, I know they're saying, no, don't talk to me. But in my head, I'm like, sweet, I have a date on Thursday.
So we found out a lot of things in today's podcast. That Sara and my wands are very different, but our houses might not be that different.
I am a Hufflepuff!
Hufflepuff, I'm proud of it! I was trying to think of more Harry Potter puns. The only one I could think of was I was going to say, do you mind if I slither in?
Oh no, don't do that.
And then the Hufflepuff one I had. I can't think of a good one with Gryffindor. Or with Ravenclaw. Don't mess with me or I'll rave and claw my way out of here.
No, you need to stop. Okay? I'm supposed to be the punny one. You need to calm down.
I just gotta get a grip. I just gotta get a grip on this door.
I'm about to throw my computer. I'm very traumatically disturbed right now because my whole life is a lie.
Oh, I was so afraid I wasn't going to get that last house pun in, but now I got it.
These puns are really severing.
Sever us.
Stop trying to sever us apart with these terrible puns.
Snape, my problem. I don't even know anymore.
There's the Dumbledore. Leave.
There's the Dumbledore.
This has just turned into terribleness.
It's great. We might want to end the podcast sometime soon. I was trying to get a Hogwarts pun in there after getting all the houses, but I couldn't figure one out. I was gonna just... I couldn't transfigure one out.
I swear.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say we should end it there. Hopefully we've had enough puns in the podcast for you guys today.
Let us know if you're satisfied on all of our socials.
Feel free to comment either what your house or your Pottermore experiences have been. If you haven't taken the Pottermore quiz, take it. Tell us what house you are.
It might be a lie. You might still be a Hufflepuff. But maybe not.
Sarah's hoping anyways.
I'm actually going to go make another account.
So anyways, don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. They're all linked on our SoundCloud. Don't forget to follow us on SoundCloud. Lots of self things.
Promotion. Spawn.
Yeah. So on that note,
peace out.